Mawj, on the other hand, you look great today. Thank you so
Thank
much for coming in. You live in Dubai/Toronto.
Yes, that's correct.
You're originally from Baghdad.
Yes, that's correct as well.
How old were you when you left Baghdad?
7, 8, around that age.
And where'd you go to?
I've moved to Dubai first, and then I stayed between Dubai and Canada, just going back and forth.
Why Canada?
It was easier to go there rather than
For
the
what?
US for the passport.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and it's a beautiful country.
But
It's
you went
really
alone?
beautiful. With my family first.
Okay.
Yeah, but then they moved back to Dubai.
And they forgot about you?
Kind of.
How did you
No.
convince them that you would stay while they would go?
I moved out of my parents' house when I was 17.
Wait, you're an Iraqi girl and you're able to convince your parents to leave your house at 17.
Yes,
How?
Yes.
What did you say? What did you do?
They know that I'm a responsible person and that I'm a grown-up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm.
Usually that's not enough though.
No, that's enough for my dad. My dad is very open-minded, and he.
I have 2 kids, a wife, and I'm still not
Okay.
allowed to leave my parents' house. What do you?
Seriously, he lives with his parents right now.
Oh my God. No, that's a whole.
It's not because I don't have a
different
house. I actually do
He
own a
does,
house.
but his parents don't let him leave the house.
Yes.
system. Oh my God.
Yes.
It's all good. So Mawj, you've built an interesting life over the years now. You finished your bachelor's,
Bachelor degree in architecture from Royal Institute of British Architects.
and tell us about that. Tell us about architecture. Why did you choose it, and do you like it? What?
I chose it because, well, I do love arts. I had a lot of galleries, paintings, sculptures, and I wanted something close to arts. But my father gave me 2 options. I'm sorry, Dad, I have to say it. If you're listening,
He's
I
not
love
listening.
you.
It's okay. He's not in the country. Eh?
He's like, you either be a doctor or an engineer.
على
The
أساس-
typical Iraqi family
See that
dream.
line? Even if the parents are open-minded,
Yes.
they would still don't give you the option of what you want
Because
to do.
they
in
want a
the
future for their
Yes.
kids.
That's how they think. They think being a doctor or an engineer will secure you a decent future.
future. Okay.
So,
And it normally does.
well, yeah, actually, it does.
But not
I
happily.
get paid well as an architect.
But
Really
not
well.
happily.
No, it's a torture. I love architecture, but to work within the field, it's a disaster.
Why?
The late hours, I sleep over in the office for days sometimes. If I have a submission of a project, so it's not easy. It takes a toll on you eventually. So everything have a price.
Everything does has a price, and
Yes.
then you decided to do something else. Now you're studying again.
Yes, I'm starting in September with Toronto University for psychology and neuroscience.
Psychology and neuroscience.
Completely
Neuroscience?
different from architecture.
Yeah, that really is far. But
Yes.
why?
I always wanted to do it, but I didn't get the option the first time. So I've made my father happy by getting an architecture degree, and now I get to make myself happy by doing the degree I want.
All the foreigners listening to be like, how is this even possible? Like, this is how it is.
Yes, that's how
I
it
have
goes.
the same story actually, Bilal. You know that about me. I got a biology degree that my parents forced me to get.
I'm still in university because my parents want a shahada. I still haven't finished though. But I am still there trying to make my parents happy.
Yeah,
it's
it's-
hard for me to make my parents happy.
I know the
But I'm trying.
Our
I'm
parents
trying.
have really high standards, and they expect us to meet them. Eventually, it's for our own good. That's how they think. That's how they think they get a guarantee for us a decent future.
See, I have kids now, so when I look at them,
Yeah.
I know that they're my kids, so they're never going to become a doctor or engineer.
Come on, Bilal, don't say that.
So I'm like, be an
Come
they're
on,
artist.
gonna
you
go,
never
they're gonna go
know.
after they're gonna go after their mothers, and their mother's really smart.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe. There's a 50-50 chance though. One of them might be dumb. We just don't know which one.
Oh my God.
We love you, Miro. Don't listen to him.
And Mina.
Mina too. Mawj, tell us about psychology. Well, how'd you get into this? Why do you like this topic?
It's very interesting to study the human behavior and the human brain. I think it's a field that hasn't been explored fully yet, and people really underestimate the power of it and the importance of it, especially when I do mountaineering. It's all about the psychological state you put your mind or yourself in. It's not about physical. Physical, anyone can train and do any kind of sports they like, but it's all about mental. So for me, is to see how the human brain react to different situations, different pressure. I enjoy that. I enjoy analyzing that part in humans. So
But that means also dealing with people who have troubles and problems.
Yes.
Are you not scared that maybe some...
No.
Have you
no.
not watched
I've
The
watched
Sopranos?
many shows. Yes, I've watched many shows. I love these things.
So you want to be a psychiatrist,
Yes.
and you're not worried because, like again,
No.
like I said,
No, I'm not worried. I think I really strongly believe no one in their nature is bad. It's just that environment sometimes turns someone into something else. Eventually, those people, they're sick. They're not doing it on purpose. They're not, sometimes they can't help it. So it's just like a patient who have a problem with his hand or his feet or his heart. They're patients who have a problem with their brains and they need help.
Where do you plan on practicing? Do you have any idea, or does that matter to you, or anywhere
not really.
else? Okay.
First thing I want to do is finish up, and hopefully I want to come back to Iraq, and I want to do a project of psychological assessment.
How serious is that, though? Because that's a
Yes,
hard challenge.
it's very
'Cause
important.
You are coming here. You are visiting now for the first time in how many years?
Oh, wow, 17, 18 years.
18 years.
Yes, very long time.
So then what makes you think that you will come back here after?
I want to. I like it. I like Erbil. I like Baghdad. Okay, it's not in its best condition, but I do like it, and I enjoy being around.
Okay. Why did it take you then 18 years to come visit your home country?
My parents, again, they were
What do you-
too scared.
What do you mean? They didn't let you come?
Yes, because I was almost kidnapped when I was a child when I was here. My
Ooh.
father is a scientist. So right after 2003, a lot of kidnapping started to happen and killing. So they were always scared of the situation. Even when I came now.
So you're talking
they were
about what
not
year?
happy.
This was what year you guys were scarred? Like what year?
End of 2003.
So the beginning years.
Yes.
They
It
got-
was the harshest. Yes.
So because of memories of there, they don't really want you to go.
Yes, they still think it's the same as it was. They do not realize. I think they realize it, but they're still scared that the situation is not completely
Ideal.
safe or ideal. Yes, true.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So now you came back 18 years for the first time. What do you think?
I like it. Really, a lot of memories, which it made me emotional first few days, remembering places, my old house, my grandparents, the few friends that I have left back in Baghdad. So it was a very emotional trip for me.
You
First
saw
3
your
days.
friends for the first time in 18
yes,
years.
Yes, they look completely different.
Of course.
Yes, my brain when I left, he just kept an image of them. And now when I came back, it's like, whoa, who are these people? I cannot even
Yeah,
recognize
but
them.
to be honest, like I know they're not listening, so I'm gonna say this: if they were really your friends, why didn't you try to find them on Facebook?
We were friends, but to see them face
Oh,
to
okay,
face,
okay.
to speak with them,
Yeah, it's
my
completely
brain just remembers them as children playing in school together. And now some of them are married, they have children, some of them are businessmen and women. So it's like, wow, like
different. Yeah.
my brain cannot comprehend the difference.
So who's more successful, you or them? That's a big question.
Ah, come on, don't do that. No, that's bad.
All right, look, what kind of a
We're both
question is
good.
that? So Mawj, you've built a hobby for yourself over the years.
Yes.
You got married, and you're married to somebody who you share a similar hobby with, which is mountain climbing.
Yes, that's correct.
Tell us your journey to mountain climbing.
Well, it started with him. I've always done different kind of sports: running, swimming, boxing, Spartan races. I've always been.
This is
part of
where, in
these.
Dubai?
In Dubai, yes.
Look how many activities they have in Dubai.
Spartan racing. You know what Spartan racing is?
I don't know, it just sounds cool.
It's really hard.
It's-
It's not easy.
It's like a triathlon kind
Yes, something like that. So, but never done hiking or climbing before. So when I met him, he has already done few mountains, and he's done Everest Base Camp as well.
of. Wait, just like
Okay.
when I met him, he just did a few mountains.
Mountains.
Everest base camp as
You
well.
know, not a
meh.
big deal.
I've done Shakhlawa. Is that?
Does that count? It counts. Any mountain counts. So yeah.
So you started following him.
Kind of. He was like, "Oh, you've never done climbing, hiking?" So I was like, "No, never." He's like, "Okay." Our honeymoon was actually 1 month of climbing mountains and diving and doing crazy paragliding and all kind of crazy sports in Southeast Asia. And with him, I've done my first mountain. It was in Malaysia, Kinabalu.
So when you say I did my mountain, what are we talking about? You climb with your legs and your hands for how many hours?
Okay, it depends on the altitude of the mountain and topography of the mountain. But for example, Mount Kinabalu, it's not a technical mountain, so you walk. Bit steep towards the end, but you walk all the way up. We're talking summit day. We go from 3,000 to 4,000 and then go all the way down to 2,000. So we're talking about at least 10 hours of walking.
So
What?
10 hours of walking up or walking up and down?
Up and down.
10 hours.
Plus the day before, which is another 6 hours maybe. So in total, 16, 17 hours in 2 days.
10 hours.
Yes. That's summit day. Normally it goes that way.
How do you not get tired?
Yeah, you eat a lot of food. You keep on walking. You keep on talking. You try to keep yourself up.
Yeah, but why?
What's the point
I
of
love
this?
it. First time I didn't get it. I was really angry
Yeah, it's
on
like
the way
this
up.
is-
I'm like, what the hell? Why are you taking me here? Do you hate me or something? Like, I don't get it. He's like, just keep walking. You'll get it when you reach to the summit. And I was really angry the whole way up. I'm tired. I'm sleepy. We woke up at 2 a.m. and started hiking to the summit. I'm tired. I'm cold. I'm hungry. I want to sleep. But until you reach to the summit and just turn back because it was at night, so I didn't see anything and I was going up and up and up. Then reach the summit, turn my back, and the most majestic view ever.
Yeah, but couldn't someone take a picture and then you just...
No, it's a different feeling. It's a different feeling. Come on, no.
Tell
it's
us
a
the
different
feeling. Tell us the feeling then.
I got scared. I got really scared. It's so majestic. It freaked me out at the start. Everything looks so small. I'm on top of the clouds. Everything looks out of proportion. My brain cannot understand the distances. And beautiful, and the sun and the quietness. And the guy just took out some tea and we sat on the cliff and started drinking tea, and just everyone was quiet. Everyone was just staring at the view. Yeah.
So you woke up 5 hours, 6, 7 hours.
Okay.
You get there, you look at the view like, oh my god, this is
This is the
amazing.
view.
And then
Let's
you
go
walk,
down.
and then you walk back down 7 hours.
Yes, it teaches you. It's all about mental strength, believe me. I like the isolation that I get on the mountain. I really do like it and I appreciate it. This is my own time. No one else is interfering, no one else is there. It's just me in the
We
mountain.
have a
Now
room.
that sounds
No.
beautiful.
We have a room at Babylon.
No, but
It
that
doesn't
sounds...
have any shabaka. You could sit there.
That's different. That's different. The cold air, the fresh air, the quietness.
We don't have that, Alawi.
No, we don't.
No, that's
We don't.
different.
See, I would totally agree with you, except the walking
Okay.
part. I'm totally against it.
We'll
Like,
take you in a helicopter and bring
no,
you down.
a car. I would like to go off-roading to the top, and then off-roading back. Helicopter is like too expensive. I can't afford a helicopter.
Mawj, you build a name for yourself. You have a
Thank you.
large following now on social media.
Ah, small.
Social media.
A lot of
Social media.
people...
No one can't say social. He says
A
social.
lot of people be following your journeys,
Yes.
and we have here so many pictures of all these different mountains, all these different places.
Yes.
And
What's her? What are you looking at? Her Instagram,
Yeah.
Facebook.
Yes.
Her Instagram.
What is her Instagram? I wanna.
Mawj, Mawj, which it's very interesting name. I like it. Not a people use
It
it.
means waves of the sea.
Waves of the sea.
Yes,
Well, I guess
that's
now
the
makes sense
meaning.
why you saw it.
You can also say Mawj Radio.
Mawj Radio. Yes, exactly.
Mawj dot Aldarraji, which is
Al-
so fitting for you. The
Stairs.
qadirma, yeah, the stairs lady.
How do you spell Aldarraji?
D-A
D-A.
double R
Oh,
A-J-I.
there's no L.
Bella,
No.
there is.
L-L
A-L.
A-L-D
D.
A
A.
double R
Double R.
A-J-I.
A.
J. I.
We will
Aldarraji.
attach. We will tag you, of course, on social.
Thank you.
Mawj, so we saw pictures of your latest
No,
trip.
an
This is
A.
where you came from.
Yes.
Helgurd Mountain. You were looking at the picture. When was this? 2-3 days ago?
1st of May.
So a few days ago, right
Yes.
here, you are wearing very thick clothes.
Yes.
You're wearing glasses, a big jacket, big boots, and you are standing on top of snow.
Yes.
Lots and lots of snow.
Lots of snow.
And you have the Iraqi flag right there.
Yes.
So tell us about how was the Helgurd Mountain? Explain it to us. How do you compare it to other mountains?
Amazing. I've done few mountains where there was snow, Elbrus in Russia, but this was completely different. The scenery was amazing. First of all, I'd like to thank the team. We had a team of 5 other climbers with me from Kurdistan, especially Ms. Ari. He's my very good friend, and he's a professional mountaineer. He lived in these mountains and climbed Mount Helgurd like 60 times, 70 times minimum. So I think without him I wouldn't have made it. They've been very supportive. The journey was amazing, tiring, a lot of snow. Even though it's almost summer, so the snow should be less, but we were surprised with lots of snow and avalanches, which means a snow slide. So the snow was up to the knees at some point, and it was really hard to walk with it because your feet keeps on sinking. and it was really sunny, so sunburned. If anyone is watching,
Sunny, but it was cold.
cold, yes, but the sun does help. It gives a lot of warmth. The moment the sun goes, it gets really, really cold.
Did you feel uncomfortable at all during the trip?
That's normal. In every trip, you have to feel a little bit uncomfortable, a bit cold at night when you're sleeping in the tent. But that's pretty normal.
Wait. What did you say? Sleeping what?
In tent,
You slept there?
of course.
Dalawi,
Yeah, I'm checking her Instagram. I saw the picture already, so it wasn't a big surprise.
you slept in
Yes.
the mountain?
Yes. Wow. Yeah, that's how it goes.
Well, she slept on the mountain. She didn't sleep in the mountain.
Okay, you slept on the mountain
Yes, that's correct.
in the cold.
Yes.
How do you not hibernate? Hypertension.
Hibernate. I'm not a not a bear.
Yeah. How did you not go through hypertension?
You have to stay warm. You have to stay hydrated. You have to use special type of tents, special type of sleeping bags that are really warm and thick. Put a lot of warm water inside your sleeping bag so it keeps your feet warm, especially feet and hand, because this is the first thing that gets cold. And if it stays cold for a very long time, you could develop frostbite
Where it's bye-bye finger.
yes, literally your fingers start to die, and they have to chop them off eventually. So.
And you decided to sleep in this condition.
Yes, that's normal. That's how you do it. If you go to Everest, how do you think you go all the way to the summit? You cannot do it in a day.
Okay, so you've been to Everest Base Camp.
Base camp, yes.
Okay, for those of you who don't know, I know a little bit about it. But for
Yes.
those of you that don't know,
Yes.
what's the difference between Everest Base Camp and like Everest?
Everest is the summit of the mountain. Base camp is the starting point where hikers start to hike to the summit. So the trek to Everest Base Camp is quite popular in Nepal. It takes around 7 to 10 days. It depends on your speed. And you go from 2,000 up to 5,400.
Okay, so Noor, if you didn't understand what she said, the place where hikers start to hike Everest, it's how many days?
Let's say 10 days. With
10 days.
7 days
get
to go
to the
up.
place where you start hiking.
Yes.
Because
Oh
the
my
last 10
God.
days you weren't hiking, you were dancing.
If you do Everest, you stay 2 months in the mountain, hiking up and down to acclimatize your body, because your body could die out of the altitude. So you have to go up 5,000, come down, up 5,500, come all the way down, then up 6,000 and come all the way down.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Why can't I just?
You'll die.
Because the
You'll
mountains.
die. Lack of oxygen. The higher you
so
go.
basically, people aren't climbing Everest; they're climbing up and down Everest.
Yes.
Oh my
yes.
God.
Many times. And mountains next to it. And then you reach the dead zone, which is above 7,500.
Yeah.
And to 8,000. This is where your body is actually dying. So you have to do it as fast as possible. The longer you stay, the more dangerous it gets.
What do you mean your body's actually dying?
You're starving. There's no enough oxygen. Your body is starving for oxygen. You have to use oxygen tanks and masks as well.
And you don't have the thought of actually doing that, do you?
I'm doing it for sure. Hopefully in the next year or the one after. Definitely.
Mawj, but we've heard
That's
of
my
many
dream.
people die in this mountain.
If you're careful enough, you should be fine.
But people were careful too and they died.
You can die driving your car. You have actually a higher chances of dying driving a car than
Yeah,
climbing
because
the
we're
mountain.
driving the car every day, but we're not climbing the mountain every day.
Still, the chances of someone dying is really not that high.
Oh,
Some
it-
people just don't prepare enough, so the chances of dying gets
Do you know
higher.
how many Iraqi people have been on top of the mountain and how many of them were women?
No.
'Cause
In
I-
Everest,
yeah.
never.
Never?
No, we don't have anyone.
And not a single Iraqi has
No,
reached
no.
Kurd.
Not a
No.
lot of people have done
We're,
it
we're
even.
doing we're creating right now a team between me and my Kurd friends, hoping that we can somehow arrange it to go all of us as a team.
Oh my
to
God,
Mount
you're
Everest.
recruiting people to do this.
They love it. They want to do it. They were just happy to find out that someone else is interested in similar dream
And it's in Nepal, right?
in Nepal. Yes.
The whole thing is in Nepal. Do you go to another country while you're walking?
No, in Nepal.
Do you know what Everest is?
Yes, Nepal.
Yeah, it's a big mountain though. It's
It's on the
from
borders with
Nepal
China.
to China. Some of
Bhutan.
it goes to Bhutan.
Yes, it's on the borders.
But you go up and then
Yeah.
you're still in Nepal, and then you go down, you're still in Nepal.
Yes.
Depends. It's a big mountain.
Okay. The part that normal people climb is all in Nepal.
You don't
Yes.
don't act like you're
There's-
a
there's
mountain
one in
expert. You
China
don't
as
know
well.
that.
I've just watched a vlog of a guy that climbed it like a month ago, so that's how I know.
I
Mawj,
have many friends right now.
What's the goal of this hobby of yours you have now? What do you want to do with this?
First of all, I want to raise the Iraqi flag.
Why
Countries
does this matter to you?
because in mountaineering, countries around the world, they send special teams to raise the country flags on the highest mountains and the toughest mountains in the world. It's a very well-known sport, but maybe in our region it's not as popular as you would like to think. So hopefully, first of all, raise the Iraqi flag. It's an achievement for myself as well. It's something I want to do. I want to break my fear. I do always have fear of heights and these things, so this was actually...
But you don't have that
You
fear
have
anymore.
a fear of heights?
I do. I still do, but not as much as I used to
You
have.
climb mountains, woman.
Yes.
That's impressive.
You have... This is where psychology comes in. You have to shut in your fears. In midway, every
What kind
climber...
of fear is that? I'm afraid of heights. What do you do for a living? I climb
My
mountains.
mountain.
That's very impressive, though. Seriously.
Because it's scary. I don't want it to control my life.
Yeah.
I'll challenge it till the last day of my life, even if it doesn't go away fully.
What
I
else?
don't want
What
it.
else you want to do with this hobby?
I'm hoping with every... right now I'm doing a project, the World 7 Summits, the
What
highest
is this?
summit in every continent. So with every mountain, I would like to do... I'm planning and arranging for that right now, that we do crowdfunding all around the world with every summit, that we choose a cause, maybe orphans, people in Iraq, certain people who need help, and with every summit we collect the money and give it to them.
To the charities.
Donations, yes, it's donations. So with every summit I collect money.
So now
and
climbing
donate
has
it.
a meaning then.
Yes,
Dalawi,
more.
now I'm liking it more. You're trying to. Why are you so like?
I don't know. He's zoning out.
Mawj, you're talking to the most laziest person in all of this country.
Like, my dream is to be on top of Everest and raise the Kurdish flag, just like yours is to raise the Iraqi
yes,
flag.
Yes.
But then you would put the work in. I would just imagine that and then go on Photoshop and try to Photoshop myself doing it.
Some people did it in India actually,
Yeah.
and they were sued.
No, but the problem is that you love it, and
Yes,
you.
yes.
For me, I look at a mountain and I'm like, it looks high up.
Well, Mawj, we're gonna definitely keep track of your
Thank
travels.
you,
This
thank
looks
you.
very impressive.
Thank you so much.
Just try to stay alive, please.
I will do my best.
And whatever you do, make sure your husband's with you when you go to these big ones.
He cannot join. He has certain injuries, so he cannot be there.
Wait, were the injuries because of this hobby?
No skiing.
Another dangerous.
He's a professional skier, and he fell down and he injured both his knees and
He's also a
hip.
professional climber. So are you.
Yes.
So be careful and don't fall down.
I'll
Okay?
do my best. I can promise.
Now
very-
that we've met you, if we
Thank
hear
you.
the story, we're going to be really sad.
Thank you.
So please be
you're
careful.
Sweetheart. Thank you.
Well, you look like you're very responsible, very professional,
Thank
of course.
you, thank you.
Your pictures from all around the world look like no easy task. So you've done already amazing work. So we'll definitely keep track of you and
Thank
see
you.
where
should join.
does this journey takes you. What?
You should join, you guys. Both of you. Both of you. Not
Why-
just him. Join. Come on. A small hike. Not even a big
A
mountain.
small hike is okay.
It's okay.
Small hike.
Okay.
Can we go to the Koya mountain?
We can do that.
It's my dad's hometown. It's not really that big.
Nice. How high?
I believe like 200.
Come on. Seriously?
Maybe it's
That's
like-
your mountain?
No, it's like 500.
Okay. Okay, acceptable. We can do that. We
Awesome.
can definitely do that.
I don't mind climbing a mountain. If there's like rests time.
If there's like gold in the end.
Yes.
Maybe.
And like money, and yeah, I'll be
Food.
calling my wife. I'll be like, babes, I love you every 2 seconds. I might die.
I might
love
die.
you.
Mawj, good luck with
Thank
everything.
you,
We
thank
wish you
you.
the best of luck. You already made a lot of people proud. Good luck with everything.
Thank you so much.